your support for IANS Daily Show. So if you've seen our show 2 days ago, you will know that we've reached our 20K mark on Facebook. So thanks again, lovely. We'll continue to push out better content because here at IANS, every day is a new day for new learnings and new success stories. My name is Love Mbar. I promise you, after the show, you will do two things. You either like me or you will love me. And today's segment is very timely and relevant to all of you who would like to be eligible for a UK sponsorship. So you might be asking, how do you get a UK sponsorship? And of course, before we go into that, what does a UK sponsor even mean? And how is it relevant to your goal of working or remaining in the UK? Today, we're going to talk more about the difference between a UK sponsor and an employer. But before that, did you know that the UK needs more than you probably think it does? And then most of you are wondering, does the UK really need me? I'm not a carer, I'm not a nurse, I'm not one of those skilled people. Trust me, you are skilled. All you just need to do is give IANS a chance to change your life. According to The Guardian, the job vacancies in the UK have hit a record high as most businesses are getting back in operation. This spike shows no sign of stopping anytime soon, as pubs, restaurants, and hotels are open to the public. If you're still second guessing, if there's a place for you in the UK, the answer is a definite yes. The UK doesn't just need registered nurses and senior carers. Its doors have swung open for migrants of different professions and work backgrounds. Now, does this mean that you can get a skilled workers visa if you get hired by any employer? The answer is a big no. For one, not all UK employers can be a UK sponsor. International students like me, or you're outside the UK and you want to get a skilled worker visa here, you need to get a job from a UK sponsor and not just any employer. A UK sponsor has a sponsorship license that gives them the right to hire an employee outside the UK or anyone who is not considered to be a settled worker here. You might be asking, do students count as those needing a skilled workers visa? Well, to know if you're part of those who need one, ask yourself this question. Do I have the right to work in the UK without any work restrictions, like for the students, the 20 hours work restrictions? Am I a British citizen, or do I have an indefinite leave to remain or enter in the UK? If the answer is capital no, like my words, then you need a UK sponsor. Pretty simple, isn't it? But here is the big question. What does it really take to land your dream job and get a UK sponsorship? Statistically speaking, 80% of jobs are not posted online, even with all, the job platforms posting jobs daily. Not every job is there as well. With most employers preferring internal connections, or as some would say, word of mouth, to get the best candidates. When a candidate is put forward, it only takes 7 seconds to make a good impression on employers. And even if you get past that magic, 7, your potential employers have a preset criteria that tests you not just on your skills and experience, but on how you present yourself. Are you confident? Did you dress to impress? Or did you just look like you got out of bed on your PJs? Now here is the real magic. On 17th December, you would meet not just the regular UK employers, but UK sponsors. Yay! Through IANS hybrid event at St. Martin's Lane Hotel, Sanderson, you won't even get clear directions and guidance, but you also meet UK sponsors live and direct. So remember, guys, that on 17th December, 1 p.m. UK time, meet IANS expert team and experience the real magic. Who knows? You might even find the perfect UK sponsor who is interested in hiring you. I mean, you watching me right now. The awesome thing is, all you just need to do is believe in IANS and we'll make all of your dreams come true. I'm not alone today. Joining us is someone who has experienced IANS magic firsthand. Gilbert, who was a student here in the UK, he learned about IANS. I mean, he probably had doubts in his mind at some time, but he decided to believe in IANS. He was an international student who was offered post-study work permits, which last up to 2 years. That's the PSW we all know. The downside, PSW only gives him the option to stay in the UK and work for 2 years only. But there is no option of visa renewal. It does not even count towards settlement. So he will still have to pay for his visas and his dependent visas. Since post-study work permit also does not add to the settlement routes, it would not be of any advantage to him. Gilbert, as the sensible and wise man that he is, chose the skilled worker visa pathway that gave him visa for 3 years. Yes, you heard me, guys. 3 good years. His skilled workers visa gives him the option to renew and settle in the UK after 5 years. How amazing is that? Now, why the skilled workers visa gives you 5 years? 3 years, 5 years, depending on the employer. The post-study only gives you 2 years and it does not count towards settlement. So this is perfect because after 5 years, that dream you've always wanted to have, you can become a UK citizen. How perfect is that? Gilbert came to the UK on a student visa in January 2020 for a better life. But before that, let's pause for a short commercial break and we'll be right back.
Hi everyone, my name is Omolola.
Edward.
Neelam Chaudhary.
Edmond.
That's all my Abed.
My name is Uchit.
I'm Amali.
Abigail Zofun. The first thing that came to my mind when I heard about IANS was this could not be real. This could just be something else or like any other agencies.
Because it's not easy to have that opportunity over here.
So I thought, why just not give it a shot?
A month ago, I attended the webinar. I joined the interview and suddenly I selected for the senior care worker.
I was really surprised that I got a visa within 1 month. I can't find a word about that.
Just like a dream come true.
Very soon, my children will be with me.
Really, really very excited.
Getting the skilled working visa.
I didn't know was going to be this easy. Right now, as I'm talking to you all, I have my sponsorship already.
Which is fantastic.
You'll be trained, you'll get the skills.
It makes things easy. Because of Ian did this magic and I will be attesting to that because he did it on me.
Welcome back, my lovelies. Now, before I go on, I want to, send a special shout out to Magdi, who is our IANS director in the UAE. Thank you for all you do. We appreciate you 100%. Guys, before I went on the break, I told you, that we'll be coming in with Gilbert, who has a story for us. Gilbert, are you ready for me?
Oh yeah, why am I? Thanks, Joy. Thanks, Lord, for having me here. What a joy to be here today again. It's been a while, but I'm happy to be back to this studio once again to just give in what I've got.
I like that. It's so nice to see you today. How are you? How do you see the weather today?
Oh, it's good that I'm a little bit indoors so we could enjoy a little bit of the heat, but it's really getting damn cold in the UK now. It's not what anyone wants to experience, but it's the beauty of the season and the time that we are. So we just have no choice, just have to go through it. But it's lovely.
Yeah, and the fact that it gets really dark when it's not supposed to be dark.
Yeah, we begin to get into the midnight from 4 p.m.
I like that, getting to the midnight. So Gilbert, though, you came in here as a student, right? Can you tell us a bit more about your life here as a student?
Wow, we have looking at it from a lot of context then, and I don't know the approach you want me to to take it from, but because
Was it
it's
easy for you as a student?
oh, sometimes we say it's a yes and it's a no, and because when you look at I always look at the bigger picture of things when I try to do anything I want to do, and looking at the bigger picture, really, I believe as we walk down this discussion today, we might take a step after the other, and we're going to get to that point. But really, coming as a student, yeah, it was a nice thing to do. However, if I had known what I had known, it wouldn't have been the pathway for me to take. So that's where I'm trying to land. But it's good to have that, and but it was a tough time all through. It's when the reality began to down a little bit towards the end, then it begins to show before you that what next do you have to do? What is your degree going to do for you? What can you use this for here in the UK or going back to your home country? So many things begin to run through your head. The first few months as you arrive, it might look so lovely. Ah, good, you're running here and there, trying to do things. But when you're coming to the completion of it, then you begin to realize, is this degree really going to be worth it for me? And that was where the thinking began for me.
The pain. But I'm wondering though, can you tell us how much you spent to sustain yourself and your cost fees? Because mine was something else. It was too expensive.
Oh, but really, that's not what something anybody wants to go through, really. Because if I want to put it, I think I had to spend it switching it to pounds, so it's within the bracket of about £27,000, and it's a lot of money.
That is a
It's a lot of
lot.
money, and it's a lot of money when you look at it from the point that will literally give me what I want.
Yeah.
So that's always a question. Will it really give me what I want? When you look at it, you spent £27,000 and you have to go back to your home country.
And then you have restrictions as well to just work 20 hours. So it's like,
Yeah, lots
what
of
am I going to do?
limitations. Yeah. And the working 20 hours is not just working 20 hours that you're working as a professional. You're working 20 hours as more or less just having to do anything just to survive. And that's the difference
Just,
here. Because why should you work 20 hours just to survive? No, you're not putting yourself in a place where you're going to be employable. You're not going to be eligible for anything. It's just any job just to do because you just want to survive. And that's a big limitation that students have to begin to look at when they begin to think of what they need to do with their future and how they want to challenge their future here in the UK.
and then we'll both agree that, the amount isn't something you can just easily take out of your pocket. I mean, you said 27,000. Can you say that entering the UK under a student visa, I know you said it's not really, but can you really say maybe it is worth it? Were you able to get back the money you spent, on your course and all of that?
If you look at the monetary part, it's not, you would say it's not worth it because you can't get back that money.
That money,
But that it creates a path for you to be able to think.
yeah,
Yes, that's good. But the question I always say is that what next after then?
yeah,
So you've come in, you've created a pathway, you've looked at what I need to do. I've studied this. Then you've spent that heavy amount of money, and it comes to 2 months or 4 months to your visa expiring. What next? It becomes that everything it's not worth it anymore
usually it's
because
at 3 months
yeah,
because it's like you're not going
yeah,
forward, you're not going back.
so a lot of many things come on your head. Then you begin to ask yourself, is it really worth it again?
Yeah,
Did I really spend this money wisely if
yeah,
I can't catch up with what I need to do? So it's a very big question, and it's a question that should lay in the minds of every tier 4 student in the UK. You need to think about that. What is this money going to do for me? What is my long-term goal, and how do I want to make this money make that happen for me? And that's what we need to think about.
definitely. But what would you say was your biggest challenge, as a student in the UK, aside the funds? Because it's obviously
Yeah, and funny enough, for me, the fund was not really the biggest challenge for me.
okay.
The biggest challenge was that what was I going to do next? That was my biggest challenge. That was the biggest number for me. And I kept on thinking. from the dare step thing. What will I do next? What will I do next? I want to work as a professional. I want to be able to use my degree the way it should be. I want to be able to show my professionalism. But I wasn't seeing any pathway that was going to happen. So that was the biggest challenge. So the money was now not my problem anymore.
Yeah.
The problem was, what am I going to do now? What really am I going to
What's
do?
next?
What is the
Yeah.
future for me? I do not, the truth, yeah, I don't want to go back. I want
Yeah.
to show in that I am a professional, and I want to
Yeah.
be able to showcase that diversity that I've brought in the UK, and who is going to give that to me. And that was where the reality began to show for me that you're in for something. You're really in for something. And where do you find this? Where do you find it? And I began to search. Would
So
you like
when
to
you
know how
began
I
to
began to
search,
search?
how did you find IANS? How did that come about?
Yeah, that was where the searching began. I'll just draw a little story in that line. So it's so many questions. Began to ask all the right questions. What do I do? I was even asking school, how do we go about this? How do I have to practice what I'm doing, and so
Yeah.
on? And they began to say, "Go, why don't you search for jobs to do,
Yeah.
look for internships to do, and that. This your schools are going to send you so many materials, send you lots of things, but I bet you none of them will work."
Yeah.
I put in for applications and applications and applications and applications. Nothing was working. I kept on hearing stories. Oh, I'll come back to you. I will get back to you. Want to just see you on international. The story is all over. Don't worry. Don't bother yourself. It's not going to work. So somehow they just carry along. And so it was quite frustrating. And someone just sent a message that there's this organization in IANS, and this is what they do. They try to see how to assist people from all kind of backgrounds, every kind of thing, and they will be able to, it didn't really look real to me, but
Yeah.
I'm a deep researcher, so I always go back to try to look at things. Well, a number of us, about four of us, that had that information together, and three actually dropped away because, of course, they had to believe. But I looked at it. I said, no, this. I think there might be something about this, and I began to press in, and I began to press in, and that's the where I want everyone that's listening today to begin to look at. You have to press in for what your goal is, and you have to go head on for it. And I bet you the only place you can get a true level of where your skill, your potential can be identified is what you're going to find through what IANS has to offer. Ian found out that I had some potentials when I began to press in, and I came in for what I wanted to do. But he identified and were able to team all together and looked, and were able to see that there was something else you could do, and began to groom me in that aspect. So automatically, I began to run an internship from there. So I got to find Ian. I was sometime late in June, late in that's May. Yeah, it was ending of May, and spotted out a lot in me, and rather than having to, so you had to look for the right pathway that was going to suit me, suit my career path, to look for what I was going to pursue, and began the training for me in that area. And that took me to the pathway that I am, and that is where I am today. Now I'm speaking to you more now, not like an intern, not like a student. I'm talking to you, everyone that is listening, as a professional, and I'm one
I like
of
that.
the key account holders and one of the top recruitment consultants for Immigration and Nationality Services, and I'm proud to say that Ian's made that happen for me. So what you're going to know is that your skill is going to be identified here, it's going to be spotted, and it's going to be used for the right source that you need it for. You can't get it anywhere. I have been through the system, and I know that I never found it anywhere, but I found it from Ian's, and that is what we can always give to you.
I mean, Gilbert, I'm actually very curious about this. I mean, being a student and knowing that there's post-study and then there's skilled workers, why, or did you have it in mind to say, okay, you know what, whatever happens, I probably would just try post-study? Did you ever have that?
Yeah, honestly, I did. I was looking at that like a backup plan. I was going to do there's a post study, and there's the but I mentioned earlier I do a lot of reading. So when I found out what the post study, the graduate route had to offer, it was painful to me that this is just another going to be another waste of time and another
No
waste of
settlement. That made
money.
me cry. Yeah.
Yeah. So you have no settlement, you don't have no and the truth is that you really won't be able to find any professional job to do. That's the truth about it. And so you're there for 2 years and you're off. And you're going to spend a lot of money having to switch to that visa route
Yeah.
because it takes a lot from you financially to be able to switch to that route. And that's you don't gain anything so-called beneficial from it. It's really going to be so sad. And that was the sad part of it. And that was what began to make me press in to find out that if the say ENs can make something happen,
Yeah.
it must better work for me and I must better push it till it works for me. And so I needed to see that that could work. And if I was going to be a skilled worker, that was going to give me a better pathway, give me a better settlement, give me a better future for my family, for
Family.
myself, and even for the society as well, because the society, the UK as a whole is going to have more value for me and appreciate me better as a skilled worker rather than just
Definitely.
being in the system. So now I am bringing value to the country, to the kingdom, and as well bringing a lot of value to the organization that has seen that potential in me that
Yeah.
could be able to spot what I thought I didn't have. You know, that and I keep emphasizing on that. It's only ENs that will be able to make you see what you don't have, and they will bring it out of you.
And I
And
love what you're saying because
so
the end
what?
goal
Yeah,
is that
yeah.
British citizenship at the end of the
Yeah,
day.
at the end of the day, and yes, they bring it out of you, and you get that straight away. So for every tier 4 student, really begin to change your thinking on the reason why you're here.
Yeah.
Why are you in the United Kingdom? What do you want to achieve?
Yeah.
First, there are lots of things that you have worked as a professional in the United Kingdom is already a sellable sell for you to be a
Yeah.
professional anywhere in the world.
Yes. True.
Being in the UK as a skilled worker, you are already value to the world. So you need to look at that pathway critically rather than having to think that I want to be PSW post study. But just I'm coming in. I'm going to have 2 years after that. That's a
Yeah.
big waste of time. Begin to think that you need a skilled worker visa once you are here, and think how quickly you can begin to do that for yourself. You don't need to wait for a long time. You don't need to wait till you have like 3 months left on your visa.
Left on your
Once you are on your second trimester, begin to look out for it. And once you are done with that part of your course works on the second trimester,
yeah.
just come up, reach out to IANS, and begin to walk your pathway so that before your visa is expiring, we are switching you straight away to a skilled worker, and there you are hitting the world as a real-time professional. That's what we need to be thinking about. I have been through that experience. I have been enlightened on that. My brains were opened out by the ANS team to show that you don't need to wait for the end time.
Yeah.
Begin from immediately to know that I need to begin to work that plan.
Yeah.
However, ENs can make anything happen at any point in time.
Yeah.
2 days, 3 days, we've seen so many things happen. I've been in the system now, talking from the professional angle, being a part of the team. We've seen it happen for lots of people in just 2 days. We've seen it happen for people in a day. So there's an engineer that he just spoke to ENs in one day, and the next day he got his skilled worker visa as a lift engineer in the UK. So there's nothing impossible. So we don't have to look at it that this is just strictly on the health and social care sector, but this is cutting across board on all level of professions. Because I'm a salesman, and that is what I'm doing here in the UK, working as a salesman. And also with so much other potential that is driving me around with business developments and etc. So I'm cut across so many things at the moment because of the exposure that I've been able to get from the experience I'm building up from ENS as a team, and also from what the coaching I'm still getting. I'm still a complete student in this organization, so don't think that I'm learning every day. But it's just something that we need to take seriously, and I'm speaking directly now to all students in the UK that this is strictly for you, and ENS can make that happen for you in the snap of a finger. Just key it.
So now that you're a senior account manager at ENS, Can you tell us how you guys are helping students and international migrants get a UK sponsor? I mean, when candidates ask help from IANS, I'm pretty sure they need to be eligible to get hired by a UK sponsor. Can you walk us through your process of helping candidates in getting a UK sponsor?
God, love, I can see you're trying to put me on the spot. Well, let's all out all the bits of the techniques of our business out here to the
Just
world, but
a
that's fine.
little bit of it.
Yeah, but we'll just give a little, just a tip of the iceberg so that you can make sure that you guys join us straight down on the 17th of December. And we do lots of work because the truth is that you may be looking out there that trying to get a job in the UK, and really you might find it difficult to get a job as an international or as an immigrant or as a tier 4 student trying to switch your visa to a skilled worker visa, because the system, quite a number of employers will not have that license to be able to give you that room to be able to switch your visa. And that's the honest truth. So so many, and at the same time you see that there are lots of jobs that so many jobs are not being put out there. So you're not aware. You have a few jobs that are just out there, and that's going to be over 100 people running for just one space. And at the end of the day, you find out that no one is going to get it, or someone has already gotten it before you're even getting there. So these are the things a lot of people don't know. And so you keep on applying through Indeed, you're applying through CV Library, all the sports, and you don't, your CVs are just piling. Every day you're receiving emails bumping your email, and you're not getting called for an interview. And
Not so, unfortunately.
yeah, so you just don't, you think, oh, the people are the people that know they don't like me, oh, they're racist here, oh, they're this, they're blah, 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 blah. And, you know, it becomes so funny. And that's where you now see where we're coming. So lots of work we do is because we are able to work with a streamlined part of the industry. Yeah. And why I say streamlined part is that we only give you those that can, because I always tell people that there's a difference between a UK job offer and a UK sponsorship offer. We call ours the sponsorship offer because that is what can keep you in the UK as an immigrant, working as a professional, and that is what can count to your settlement, and that's what can lead you to your ILR and also lead you eventually to your citizenship in the UK within 6 years. So that's the beauty of our pathway. So we don't waste your time or waste all those that were helping their time by having to put them through unnecessary processes. We give you just one step movement and you are there, because we are a whole one-stop shop. That's what we are. You find everything here. We train you, we equip you, we make you eligible, we make you employable, and we give you the guarantee that you will be in the UK for as long as you want to be, and you will achieve your goal. And that is what we do. So these are the things. I don't want to try out so many things so that you don't get people to carry. There are lots of things you're going to see that's going to be happening in next week. Yeah. And that's coming from the bigger part of the team, where we meet lots of the immigration experts. You're also going to meet lots of our UK sponsors, because we always like to emphasize that word, the sponsors. You need to take note of that, love. It's the sponsors, because every other person can employ you, but not everyone can sponsor you. And that is what every tier 4 should be thinking about. Because don't just think that you just want to stay in the UK to work. Also see yourself as a bigger part of being valuable to the globe, to the world as a whole. And I bet you being a skilled worker in the UK gives you that avenue to cut across every market across the world. So you can be talking to people all over the world, and you can be suitable and eligible to work anywhere in the world. And only IANS can make it happen. I keep emphasizing that because I had gone through lots of other processes, and I had stories and stories and stories, and I saw that it was only here that it could work. And because here you get the full training. If it's internship that is going to be for you, we put you where you need to go the right internships for. We know that you need the right trainings in any particular field. We put you through that training in that field. We expose you, create opportunities for you to be able to showcase your talents, your expertise with different parts of our sponsors, and they will begin to draw you into the organization straight away. And that is what we are going to be showcasing on the 17th of December. We'll show you real life situations and how people are going to be having offers real life real time on the 17th of December. I hope you're going to be there live.
Yeah. So Gilbert, I have two more questions for you, yeah, because you're educating us. We want to learn more. So I know that we're known for providing senior carers and registered nurses jobs in the UK. But isn't it true that we also help salespeople, marketing people? I mean, like accountants find their career jobs in the UK. Is it true that there's demand of these jobs in the UK? Because I've been getting these questions constantly, so I need people to know, how it's done.
Well, that's a good one, love. We also walked in the path where we need to clarify that we are not strictly health. We are not strictly for senior carers. We are providing opportunities and supporting everyone that has to be a skilled worker. That is the reason why the name is called skilled worker. It is not a health worker. However, these are different professions, but they are all skilled jobs. So those we have lots of people in that experience part of being in health and social care, and we guide them through that path. We have those that are going willing to deal with the part of marketing, content production, as well as accountants, recruitment consultants as well, and we also put them through this path. Like I mentioned earlier, that there was an engineer that he was part of, we call it one of, it has one of our record-breaking recruitment work that we have done so far, which was in just 24 hours. And he's working currently in the UK as a lift engineer. So it's not about you being in the health sector alone. We are cut across every profession and every window is open. And with IANS, we can see, we could walk you through those pathways and we will walk you through that journey and we will be successful together.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Gilbert. So one last question though. Why is it important for our audiences to join the webinar or the hybrid event on 17th December if they want to get a UK sponsor?
The question I'm going to ask is that what's the best Christmas gift you want to give yourself?
I like that.
The best Christmas gift you want to give yourself is by securing your stay in the United Kingdom as a skilled worker, which is going to give you a long-term pathway for your future and for your family and for your for the next generation after you. And if you're not thinking long term, because let's take a look at, just draw a scenario. We are hearing more about the Omicron and all that, Corona came and all that. And what were the nations doing? Every nation was securing themselves to see that there's a long-term future for their citizens, right? And that is exactly what every human should be thinking. So when you think of this season and that's December 17th coming up, what is the Christmas gift I want to give to myself? What's the best gift I want to give to myself is to make sure I'm in for the hybrid event with IANS. Either I'm coming there live, and I want everyone that is in the UK, especially those the tier 4 students, to just take out a day. It's a weekend. Come and have lovely fun with yourself. You're giving yourself the fun that is going to drive you to your future goal. So invest your money wisely. So come up, take a short trip down to London, join us at St. Martin's, and you will be having yourself a sponsorship offer straight on the board. Right there, your letters are going to be signed. And I'm telling you that, and I'm guaranteeing you that there are going to be nothing less than 10 candidates that will be having their letters signed on that day. And for so many others, your process of the visas will be put in the next 10 days. By the new year, before January runs out, we're going to be having lots of conversions from tier 4 to skilled worker visas. We want you guys to begin to think of running down there. That's the best Christmas party you need to have. That's the best Christmas gift you need to have is 17th of December via Zoom online, or you come in live, because anyone that is present live, you gain more, you catch up more, you get things directly more than, because the one that is thinking of catching it from Zoom might be, before you're throwing your hands from the Zoom, someone has picked it up real live. So think of running down there. It's just the best time you can give to yourself. It's going to be a lovely moment. You're going to be meeting the biggest team of immigration consultants that make things happen. They call them the magicians, but they don't just do magics. They show you the reality of it. They show you, they walk you through the pathway of those things. So you make the magic happen for yourself through the pathway that IANS is going to show you and walk you through. So we are guiding you all through. So 17 is a whole lovely time. I'm looking forward to that. I can't wait for that day. I'm just waiting. I'm just going to bust in that day and turn myself downside up. I'm not upside down, but downside up. But it's really, I'm talking to you all today. It's going to be a lovely time. 17th of December is going to be a big hybrid event. That's going to be the closure for the year 2021. And it's going to be very, very big. And it's going to be coming up with lots of testimonials. So every tier 4 student begin to think about that. But know that this is not just strictly for you alone, because everyone can catch up into that. Everyone can catch up into that. Even on the IANS team, people have been switching from here to there to here to there. So we have made lots of things happen, lots of things to happen. And one thing you also have to take up again is that IANS is a place where you can see the whole use of diversity. It's the whole use of diversity. There's every kind of human being you find in the system. And we deal with every kind of person the way it's supposed to be. Everyone is the same and one where IANS is. And so we showcase the best of the best at every point in time. So live, you will be meeting real-time sponsors. You will be meeting our immigration experts as well. And anything is possible. So catch you guys on the 17th.
Thank you so much, Gilbert. It's been so nice hanging out with you. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, it's really good having me. I wish I could be here all the time, but
I know.
well, we really need to go out there and we really need to get those sponsors on board, and we need to get those sponsors to sponsor everyone watching us today. And that's the reason why we're always on the field and moving out, seeing that we make things happen across board, and also create more enlightening environment for everyone to see that there's realities here. Really, the UK needs you, and you can tap into that.
Thank you, Gilbert. We'll take a quick break.
Take care. Thank you for your time, Lord.
Hi everyone, my name is Molola.
Edward.
Neelam Chaudhary.
Edmond.
Dazzlemate Abed.
My name is Uchit.
I'm Amali.
Abigail Zofun.
The first thing that came to my mind when I heard about IANS was, this could not be real. This could just be something else, or like any other agencies.
Because it's not easy to have that opportunity over here.
So I thought, why just not give it a shot?
A month ago, I attended the webinar. I joined the interview, and suddenly I selected for the senior care worker.
I was really surprised that I got a visa within 1 month. I can't find a word about that.
Just like a dream come true.
Very soon, my children will be with me.
Really, really very excited.
Getting the skilled working visa.
I didn't know this was going to be this easy. Right now, as I'm talking to you all, I have my sponsorship already.
Which is fantastic.
You'll be trained, you get the skills.
It makes things easy.
Because of Ian did this magic, and I will be attesting to that because he did it on me.
Welcome back, my lovelies. It's been so great having Gilbert tell us his own stories. With IANS, what we do is, these are real people. I keep telling you guys, these people were not paid. They're not actors. We're all real people that IANS has changed their stories. So what are you waiting for? Come out here and let's change your story as well. Guys, this is the part where I have to draw the curtains and say goodbye. But of course, remember, before the show, I told you that you either like me or love me. I'm sure most of you are already in love with me. Don't forget our event, 17th December. 17th December. Register right now for IANS hybrid event. 17th December, 1 p.m. UK time. You do not want to miss it. It's at St. Martin's Lane Hotel. Guys, I'll be reading your comments now. Please bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. I'm so excited. Bring your comments on. Let's see what we've got. Marty says IANS is the best. Definitely, IANS is the best. I can't wait for the webinar. Von Vicky, definitely Vicky. It's going to be awesome. Trust me, it would be amazing. Blessing said, hi, Blessing. You guys are so amazing. Thank you for always supporting us. Guys, bring in your comments. I just have a few minutes for this. Oh, Matty said, hi, love. Hey, Matty. How are you? Ben Jesus. Oh, wow. That's a great name. Ben Jesus said, I'm watching you live from Ghana. Thank you, Ben, for watching us from Ghana. How is it going over there? Sandeep from India. Hi, Sandeep. How are you? Guys, you guys are amazing. Thank you for always keeping up with us. Montiel, greetings from Philippines. Hi, Montiel. Hello. How are you? Guys, this is what we're going to do again tomorrow. Same time, same page. Don't forget to keep a date with us. I like the hoodie. Oh, thank you, Maxie. Hope you can see it clearly. It's all IANS. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Trust all their hands and you can go to sleep. Oh, all in their hands. Perfect, Tony. Thank you for trusting us and thank you for that comment. You are amazing. You guys heard from Tony. Trust us. That's all you need to do. Kimmy Brown from Ghana. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Guys, I have to go now. I have to say goodbye. Thank you for always staying tuned. Thank you for believing in IANS. 17th December, 1 p.m. UK time, St. Martin's Lane Hotel. That is the date for the event. Make sure you keep it locked down with me again tomorrow. Same time, same page for our event. Tomorrow, it's the Daily Show. And of course, it's still your favorite girl. Hello, come back. Bye for now.